Hi, and welcome to Paramount Legal Costs First COP Q&A. I'm Carl Robson, I'm a cost lawyer at Paramount Legal Costs, and this is Julie Fitzpatrick, who is our head of private client. Before Christmas, we put on Twitter about asking for some questions about your COP work. We have a selection of those questions here, so I'm going to act as the question master today, and Julie is going to give us her knowledge and help us out on the questions. So the first question we have is, do I have to take fixed costs for preparing the annual deputy report or Form 1 OPG 102?
No, you don't have to take the fixed costs. Fixed costs were last increased on the 1st of April 2017, and the current fixed fee allowed for the preparation of the annual report is £265 plus VAT. And for many deputies, this just doesn't reflect the actual time it takes to prepare the report, particularly in more complicated matters. So there's nothing to stop you claiming the actual time spent in your annual General Management Bill of Costs instead. Plus, don't forget that the SCCO allow up to 30 minutes for completing Form OPG 105 in addition to the time spent on the annual report. So don't forget to include that in your annual General Management Bill, even if you do take fixed costs for preparation of the 102.
Where are we at in terms of the impact of the PLK case on this?
In light of the recent increase in the hourly rates following Master Wayland's judgment, the issue of fixed fees is being considered at the moment, so hopefully we might see an increase in those in the not too distant future.
That would be great. The second question we have is, how many visits to the client are allowed annually?
The SCCO's usual practice is to allow one visit to the client in each 12-month period in cases which are stable. But if more visits are necessary to meet the particular needs of the case, deputies will need to justify this with reference to their duties under the Mental Capacity Act. And this justification should be included in their attendance note on the file and in the narrative to their bill of costs.
Yeah, I think the important point in that is getting that information within the bill and within the narrative, so at least you can give the cost officer as much information as possible and to make his decision on it. That's great. The third question we have was, can I claim hourly rates over and above the guideline hourly rates?
It is possible to claim hourly rates which are higher than the guideline hourly rates, although the SCCO rarely depart from these. And I suspect it will be even harder to recover an enhancement following Master Wayland's judgment in PLK and others. You will need to be able to justify the rates you're claiming. But it may be possible, for example, in cases where a grade D fee earner has done the majority of the work with not much input from the grade A fee earner, or where complex matters have been dealt with by a grade C fee earner, for example.
Yeah, that's great. I see the PLK case, obviously we're still waiting a little bit for the dust to settle.
Yeah.
I'm sure in the future we'll get a more established position on it.
Yeah.
Brilliant. The fourth question we have is, can I recover the costs incurred in relation to the assurance visits?
Unfortunately not. The SCCO has been advised by the OPG that any work in connection with assurance visits should be incorporated into a deputy's overheads, because an assurance visit aims to give the public guardian assurances regarding the deputy's management of all of their clients, and therefore the cost should be spread over their caseload. The questions asked during an assurance visit will include some case-specific circumstances, but the assurance is in respect of the standard of their work and effective management of all of their cases.
Yeah, so the costs incurred in connection with the assurance visits shouldn't be included within the general management work.
Right.
Yeah, that's great. So that is the end of our first part of the Q&A. We do have a second part with 4 more questions. That's been brilliant, Julie. If you want to contact us, our details are on our website, or you can contact us directly at julie.fitzpatrick@paramountlegalcosts.co.uk or at carl.robson@paramountlegalcosts.co.uk. And we'll see you on the next one. That's brilliant. Thank you.